Okay. Back at it again. Another camera angle. Another cross. Another conversation. We'll see what we got going on today. So, we'll see if we camera angle's good. See if the sound's good. Getting kinks worked out. It won't be a big famous channel. I'll be the cool guy who carves and talks to a empty garage. Anyways, so back to it. Got another cross to carve, but I wanted to kind of show my new knife that I kind of made. Well, modified. So first of all, go over this. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for pulling up my channel. So I got this new knife. Lost my other pocket knife that I've been using for a while. It was old Winchester, 3-blade. I think those are the Stockman or the whatever model. But I had modified the blades down to be straight carving blades, so I had ground them down and reprofiled them to be straight. But I lost that. It was a cheap knife, whatever. It was a cheap little pocket knife that I did that to. So I lost it and I couldn't find it. So I decided to kind of treat myself to a new pocket knife, but instead of paying a ton of money for a carving pocket knife, I got any pocket knife could be a carving pocket knife, but I got a new knife, and I customized it to be a carving knife. So this is the little slip that I got, little leather pocket slip, so it doesn't fall out of my pocket anymore and I don't lose it. Put a little brass toad on a piece of number 36 bank line, tied them on there. Pretty nice little heavy brass toad bead kind of thing, little lanyard bead or whatever. Anyway, so this is the knife. It is a Rough Rider carbon, and I think this is the Series 2 version. So it's got the micarta scales, silver, nickel silver bolsters, and it's the Barlow style. So I'll give you a little preview of the blades here so you can see what I did. So if you look up, and I'll probably link it in the description just to show you what it actually looks like, but so this is the modified blades here. So I ground them down to flat blades, and then I reprofiled them to be very nice carving blades. Lots of work, but for a $20 knife, it's carbon steel blades, $20 knife. It's not too bad. Does the job, and it's a pocket knife. And if I lose it, I'm not too upset about it because I could just get another one. So that's the new knife. Use these on just whittling all the time on little projects here and there. But I was gonna show it in the last video, but I was telling my story, so I got all sidetracked on that. But so we'll pull this blade out here and we'll get carving. So, kind of finished this one up. The shape was getting a little wonky on this one. I'm not sure what what was happening here with the grain. We can follow that and see. It's easier on the other side. See. Well, there you can see it there, but on the other side you can see here, and a nice little crack there. So we'll work on this one a little bit and kind of get it going. But so yeah, I guess I could say a little bit about my carving history. So since I was a boy, I think my dad gave me an old-timer knife back in the day. Probably when I was around 5, I think. I distinctly remember that. 5 or 6. But I remember it was a little old-timer knife. I've always been chasing that old-timer pocket knife feel. And you know, I can go on eBay and find some of the old ones that, you know, pop up here and there, you know, from the 80s and the 90s, and the nice ones that, or even earlier than that, you know, but or the Schrade ones, whatever company they go under. But yeah, I remember that. It was a really nice little pocket knife from back in the day. Lost it. Again. You lose pocket knives, you know, it's part of having knives, you lose them. You get them and you use them for a little while, you create some really good memories, and then you lose them and you have no idea where they're going. And never see them again, or they pop up the next day, and you're like, oh, there it is. Sorry if you hear a helicopter in the background. They're doing some training. Like I said, I'm still in the Marine Corps, so living on base. Still got helicopters flying over my head in the middle of the night, waking up the whole neighborhood. But anyways, so I remember distinctly being very young, getting an old-timer pocket knife, and my dad teaching me how to whittle. Never showed me how to whittle like this, because I never carved towards myself without a glove. And even then, with a glove, I'm very cautious, obviously. If I need to put some force behind anything, carving away from myself. But got a couple of little nicks and scratches from, you know, some of those younger choices that I made with carving towards myself. But you know, you learn, you get older, and you hopefully keep all your fingers and keep on carving. So it's a really nice knife. Usually give it a pretty good strop every use too. Now I'm thinking about force patinaing whatever, the blades, because they're carbon steel. Yeah, I could do it naturally, you know, carve a couple of apples up, and eventually they'll turn darker and black and whatnot. But you know, I keep stropping them and polishing them. They probably never take to it. So I'm thinking about force patinaing them in some hot vinegar. I saw a YouTube video. Saw a video a couple of weeks ago about that. Really like that that idea of force patina on the blades, because gives it some character, you know. Black blades and whatnot. Shiny blades are nice and all, but I like the black finish on the flex cut guys and whatnot. So, you know, it's whatever suits your style. But like I said in the last video, I got This is 3. I got 2 more of these after this one. So we'll probably do 2 more videos of me carving them and rambling. Or maybe I'll just, next video I'll do the finishing. Not sure. We'll see. That was a terrible line. Never do that. Too close to the edge. Well, I don't want to follow that one, so back that up. Anyways, yeah. So I carved through my childhood and really enjoyed that. It was definitely a pastime of mine with my father. Lots of fun carving walking sticks and all sorts of little whittling sticks. A lot of fond memories sitting around the fire in the summer, whittling on a stick and with my dog and my dad and usually my brother whenever he wanted to hang out with us. He hung out with us a lot for when I was a younger brother. But it was a good childhood. Lots of good memories, whatnot, obviously. Childhood always have fond memories and bad memories, and we always view them as traumatic when we're talking about them with our friends, but in all reality, I survived and even thrived after a little while, and I don't think I turned out too bad. Well, mom's probably watching now. Probably saw my videos after I sent them to her. So she'll probably comment and say, "Oh, your childhood wasn't too bad. I didn't put you through too much." And I'll be like, "Yeah, you're right." I think it was good childhood, fun times. Now I'm older, tired. Life's catching up. Being a Marine for this long and whatnot. The body is really suffering these last couple of years. I'll say that. Not a lot of people tell you about the damage your body goes through being in the military. And some people don't have the damage that others do. Some of us have it kind of easy. Some of us prioritize our physical health for a long time, and others we neglect our physical health until it's knocking on the door saying, "Hey, dummy, drink some water and take your vitamins because your hips don't work anymore." Well, here I am. Hips don't work anymore, and I get to carve and talk to you guys. So life experience, we all have a different life experience. I don't think I'm going to talk about my life every single episode of this series, I guess, but well, maybe this is just the Get to Know Me series, but maybe I'd do something like that. Because it's my new videos and new channel and whatnot, so nothing too serious, but something to get to know me and know who I am. I don't want to be all mysterious and whatnot, and It's not like you guys can't find me on Facebook probably, or Instagram, or whatever. I do not have a channel themed Instagram, so if you look me up and you find me, it is obviously not themed after my channel. I don't know if I'll do any of the other platforms for this channel, because I think that's kind of silly, unless I get a big following, then maybe. But I don't think I'll get too big, so probably get a couple hundred subscribers and that'll be enough. We all sit around and talk about good times, old times, and carve some wood together. Anyways, my wife was watching the other video the other day, laughing, telling me I sound like an old man, and I only slightly agreed with her at the end. But I do not think I sound that old. Now, you guys watching, figure it out eventually. But I don't think I'm that old. I don't think I act that old. She says I do. But serve in the Marine Corps, you serve in the military, and you just age quicker. It just happens. It's not. I'd say it's a consequence of your environment, because your high stress environment, you gotta grow up quick. Well, not quick. You could be a dummy for a while, but you gotta get your head out of your ass after a little while, and you gotta figure out, alright, am I gonna make this a long-term thing, or am I gonna just get out after 4 years? And you try and make it a long-term thing. That's when you start really maturing and getting to know the adult you, the real you. And really starting to grow up, You get over all your childish stuff, all your childish decisions and mistakes, and you start growing up, Now there's some guys that I know that joined and they were 25 and they were grown adults and they had a house and a mortgage and kids and all sorts of stuff. And some of us joined at a younger age. I didn't join too young, but I did join young-ish, and that set me up to be, young and dumb for the first four years. Definitely young and dumb. Lots of mistakes, lots of decisions, lots of childish things, but it was good. Lots of memories. I already talked about it. You got a lot of memories and stories and whatnot, good stuff. But yeah, still don't know really what the channel's purpose is. I was talking to someone the other day and I was thinking about it, and maybe it's kind of like a video journal type thing, where I just carve and record myself carving so you guys get something to watch. But then, just talk about life and whatnot. Been watching Dry Creek Wrangler School's videos on YouTube. He's an old cowboy, and he's got this pack horse school. He teaches people how to ride horses and cowboy, and I don't think he knows that. I don't think he teaches them how to cowboy, but he definitely teaches people how to ride horses and handle themselves. And but he He posts a lot of videos, lots of wisdom and knowledge and reflections. He and I both share a enjoyment of being part of the Brotherhood of the Leaf, that is the tobacco leaf, with cigars. Look at me, I'm a mess. I got treated myself to one the other day. Well, I just picked it up. Just a little something. A Gilberto Oliva, Nicaragua. Smelled nice, looked nice. So, picked it up. I'll treat myself to that this weekend probably, and have another little carve with you guys maybe? I don't know. Maybe we'll do a different format. I'll actually show my face. You guys can see the big reveal, because you guys just see my bald spot. My wife was saying how much I've mentioned my bald spot in the videos. That someone's gonna watch my videos and think that I got this big, awful bald spot. No, no, no. It just showed up. Don't worry, I am doing the research right now to kind of take care of it, at least to slow it down. Because I know it's only natural. There is a natural amount of hair loss that happens in old age from hormone imbalances and whatnot if you're not taking care of that. You know, some people will say it's not natural at all to lose hair. I think differently about that, but I'm also not, let's see, I'm fond of my hair, but I am not going to be resistant if my methods of intervention do not succeed. Because it's only a certain amount of intervention that you can take place, you know. There's quite a, I mean, like, you could go full on hair transplant if you really wanted to. If I really wanted to. That's kind of crazy though. I don't think I'd ever do that. If I'm losing it, I'm gonna lose it. If it is beyond recovering from my interventions, if it is beyond recovery, I will just accept my fate. accept the plan that God has for my head. And if that is me being bald in my 30s, then oh well. That'll just be another character trait of mine, I guess. Well, visually, obviously, but anyways, I like the format I'm doing now. Just a over the top, kind of over the shoulder video. This is over my right shoulder now because I realized that I hold my carvings in my left hand and carve with my right hand. Predominantly, I'd say 99% of the time. I usually only switch hands if it absolutely is necessary. I'm not exactly ambidextrous, but I have enough skill to switch it up if I need to. But, anyways. So I realized when I was posting the second video last night, well, yesterday, yeah, it was last night, that the second angle that I had tried out, still, you just get in a picture of my arm. Now, I haven't even looked at this angle that you're sitting in right now. So, if I have been talking to you and you've been staring at my arm the entire time, and you've barely seen the carving at the top, I am sorry. And we'll figure it out. It's not like I'm a professional here. Just a goofball with a camera and a microphone and a couple of carving tools. Anyways. Yeah, so, well, I like this format. We'll see how long it lasts. Like I said, I would enjoy doing like a smoke time, kind of set up the camera, point it at my face, and probably ask my wife to be present for the first one, just to have a little meet and greet with her, but also a little quality time with her, since we've had some recent family events. Our quality time has drastically reduced. Alone time specifically. And I want to make sure that we're prioritizing that, so nothing crazy is going on. Well, some people consider it crazy, but good stuff. Good stuff. Just say that. Anyways. Well, what do you guys think? Just thinking, well, this one's a little skinny in the center here, but I was looking at another one here, probably this one. Looking at this one here, and I was thinking, because it's pretty symmetrical. I was thinking about doing a little pattern on the inside with the V gouge, with the little V tool here. Do a little pattern. I remember in my childhood, my dad would make matchstick crosses. So basically, they took a piece of wood that was cut out into, I think it was wood, either wood or cardboard, but they'd cut it out into a cross shape, and then they would glue down, they would burn the tip of the matchstick, and then they'd blow it out, and then they would glue it in a pattern. And I think it was a little project that they did at the church. It was it was with the Royal Rangers, I think that's what they called them. I can't remember what they called them. I have no association with them anymore. Well, I never did, really. The Royal Rangers and whatnot. But I remember as a kid, I saw those in the basement in his little workshop. Sorry, the helicopter's coming over. What was I saying? I remember as a kid, down in the basement, he had his little bench set up, and a stool, and a bench lamp, and a bench vise, and a bunch of other little tools and saws and stuff, and all sorts of little stuff. And I would always go down there and mess around with all the tools and create stuff. I always went down there. Oh, always. I loved it, just going down there and creating with my hands with the scrap wood. And I'd ask him if I could use another piece of wood, and he's like, yeah, go for it. And I'd just keep going and going. I'd make wooden swords and all sorts of things. Exactly what you would think a teenage boy would make with a bunch of wood and saws and mostly unsupervised time. Nothing inappropriate, but you know, it was a good time. Made a lot of weaponry. Made a lot of weaponry, mostly out of wood, and I would have epic duels happen in my head as I was making them, and play some cool video game fantasy music on my little iPod or whatever I was rocking. Or I didn't even have music playing, or I'd have the little radio that he had down there. I remember he had a little AM FM radio plugged in down in the corner, and I'd always walk down there and I'd flick on the power switch, and it'd turn the breaker on, and it would turn on the radio, and yeah, it was good times. But I guess that's kind of what I did here in the garage. Kind of made my own little workshop that I could create in and have fun and just, you know, get away from the noise and the hustle and the bustle and the to-dos and whatnot, and just have some time to sit and reflect. So, all right. Well, it's the sprinklers turning on outside. Yep. There's a little piece right here. Mostly family watching right now, probably. So you guys know mostly about me. But hopefully I can use this platform to kind of share some things I haven't talked about with everybody that I would like to. Family and friends and you guys. You guys being the YouTube verse. You know, I know that a lot of people say privacy is a big issue in today's world, and I agree. But most of the time when I think about that, I don't really have anything to hide, you know? Well, everybody's got something to hide, but I hope that this is a place that I can come and we can make a good community of people who enjoy getting carving shavings all over themselves and creating together. So, alright. Thanks for watching, and